Hey you! Did you know that 80% of women color their hair? Yet it's come to my attention that nobody really understands the science behind how hair color actually works once we mix it up in the bowl. You know where we're going. The first thing to know is there are three main components to the tube of color and three main components to the developer. The alkalinity, the primary intermediates, and the coupling agents are inside the tube of color. Inside the developer is your hydrogen peroxide, your conditioning agents, and your stabilizers. Now, there are a lot more components than this, but I'm going to keep it simple so that we can really understand what's going on here. So inside this tube of color, when we mix it with a developer, the very first thing that's going to happen is our alkalizing agent, that would be our ammonia or our MEA, is immediately going to start lifting the pH of this chemical solution. Once the pH hits around a 10, it's going to destabilize these peroxides. Once these peroxides become destabilized, they start dumping their oxygen, which, as an aside, is why I don't like you to mix your peroxides together, because that dumping happens at different aggressions depending on the volume, okay? But once this hydrogen peroxide starts oxidizing this solution, it activates these primary intermediates. Once these primary intermediates, which are colorless molecules, get activated and the whole solution starts oxidizing, we're now going to start reacting with our coupling agents. Our coupling agents are our blues, reds, yellows. You remember the reel I was explaining to you the other day? The color sits inside the coupling agent. So whether it's neutral, warm, or cool, that all happens in here. Now, because this alkalinity has lifted the cuticle and lifted the cortex, this primary intermediate can take this coupling agent inside the cortex of the hair. Once it gets in there, it finds the proteins, those color proteins inside your hair, and attaches to the lilophilic tail, which is just a fancy word for big butt. They like that big booty. Who doesn't? Where was I? Ah, yes. Once they get inside the cortex of the hair and they start attaching themselves to those proteins, they're gonna swell. They're gonna create this big, huge new molecule. And what's gonna happen is that molecule is going to become so big that it gets stuck inside the hair. The DNA strand is forever altered and the change is permanent, hence permanent hair color. I hope this helped. I hope you had a light bulb moment and I hope you have a good day. Bye.